Hello, my name is Monica Adrian and I am a Behavior Support Specialist with the Merced County Office of Education's Caring Kids program. We have created this DVD for parents, child care providers, and teachers so they can help children develop the social skills they need to reach their full potential both academically and emotionally. Examples and ideas you see in this DVD reflect my personal experience as a mother, as well as the newest research found on how children grow and learn. I believe the 10 big ideas in this DVD really work and can help improve your child's behavior and social skills, and it will make the time you spend with your children more fun and more rewarding. Big idea number 1 is to catch our children being good. If we pay attention to the things our children do right and praise them for doing them, they will do these positive behaviors more often. This is the best way to increase good behaviors. Our children should hear positive comments from us 4 times more often than they hear what they are doing wrong. This is harder for us as adults to do than we think. It is not the good behavior that usually gets our attention. Oftentimes, children will actually display unwanted or bad behavior because it is a sure way to get attention from adults. So, we need to really try to practice complimenting our children more often, and when we do catch them being good, it is best to use specific praise and tell the children what they did right. Watch as the teacher catches the children being good and uses specific praise.
Kyle, can I play with that ball? Do you want to trade? Sure.
Oh, boys, I like the way you share your toys. Good job.
Miss New caught the children sharing nicely. Then she took the next important step. She praised them for this good behavior. This will make it more likely that the children will share again. Many adults wait until a fight breaks out between children before they do or say anything. When that happens, we're giving attention to children for their undesirable or bad behavior. Please remember, catching our children being good will increase good behaviors and decrease unwanted or bad behaviors. Big idea number 2 is to be careful not to accidentally reward unwanted behavior. If we reward unwanted behaviors, these behaviors will occur more often. Many bad behaviors continue to happen because they have been accidentally rewarded and because they have worked to get the children what they wanted or to get them out of doing something they did not want to do. When we give in to children's bad behavior, it may end the bad behavior right then, but by doing so, we really teach the children to try the same behavior again in the future. In other words, the bad behavior worked. Not giving in or rewarding bad behavior takes some practice. Many times we're in a public place when our child puts us to the test. We need to have a plan about what we're going to do when our children are doing unwanted behaviors. Watch as mom does not accidentally reward bad behavior.
I'm getting this.
You're not getting candy.
I want candy. I want candy.
Remember, I told you can get only one treat, and you already have a treat. Did you want to put this one back and get the candy?
No, I want both of them.
The rule was that you could only have one item. You already have the treat. I'm not going to buy you 2 just because you're yelling. Yelling is not going to work. And if you continue to yell, then you will not take home anything. I need you to stop now.
I don't need the candy.
Mom did not reward her daughter's unwanted behavior. She did not let the yelling work. This will make it less likely that the child will try to use yelling again to get what she wants. Many adults may have given in and given the child the candy, especially in a public place. It is hard to hear the yelling, and it can be embarrassing. We've all been there. However, it's important to remember that every time we give in to unwanted or bad behavior, it makes it more likely that the child will do that behavior again in the future, because it worked. Big idea number 3 is to reduce unwanted behaviors by teaching our children a different behavior to do instead of the unwanted behavior. If our children are doing unwanted behaviors to get something they want or to get out of doing something they do not want to do, they need to learn a more appropriate way to get the same result. Watch as mom teaches her child a more appropriate behavior.
I want juice now.
Cooper, how do you ask for juice the right way? Juice, please.
Juice, please.
Thank you for asking nicely. You can have more juice.
Mom did a great job teaching a different behavior instead of letting the unwanted behavior work for the child. She taught him to use his polite words to get more juice instead of giving in to the yelling and letting that behavior work for him. So, Mom did not let the unwanted behavior work, and more importantly, she taught him a better way to get the same result. The child will be more likely to use his polite words next time to ask for juice because it worked and the yelling did not. Big idea number 4 is using Grandma's rule. Grandma's rule is requiring children to do something they do not want to do before they are allowed to do something they really want to do. Examples include having to do a chore before playing or having to eat vegetables before getting dessert. Using Grandma's rule sets up a structure that the children will get used to. It helps teach good work habits and helps children to understand that they earn privileges by fulfilling their responsibilities first. Watch as the teacher uses Grandma's rule.
Okay, kids, it's time to clean up. As soon as you clean up, we can go outside and do bubbles.
I don't like cleaning up, but I love bubbles. I'm gonna clean up fast.
There are so many ways to use Grandma's rule. It is a great way to motivate kids to complete tasks that aren't very fun. Kids are very quick to respond to Grandma's rule. The more we use it, the more our kids will understand that that's how things work. They will understand that completing responsibilities is important and leads to good things. Big idea number 5 is get better at giving directions. When we give our children directions, they should be clearly stated and we should give the direction only one time. If a child does not follow the direction, we need to have a plan to follow through with the direction we have given. Watch as Mom gives effective directions and pay special attention to how she has a plan about what to do if her child does not do what she says.
Desmond, dinner's done. Turn off your game and come eat dinner.
Come on, Mom. I'm almost done with this level.
Desmond, come now and eat dinner. Otherwise, you are not going to play with the games later.
Come on, last time I did it, I got in trouble and I couldn't play the games for a week.
Notice that Mom gave a clear direction using simple language, and when her son did not follow the directions the first time, she let him know that if he did not follow the direction, there was going to be a behavior penalty. He was not going to get to play his video games later. When giving directions, it is important to use simple language, give the direction only one time, and if the child follows the direction, praise him for doing what you requested. But if he does not follow the direction, it is important that you have a plan, such as telling him there'll be a behavior penalty, like no video games later, and make sure to follow through with that penalty. Big idea number 6 is to take care of ourselves too. All of these behavior management techniques work, but they work best when we adults are not overly stressed and tired ourselves. The best way to make sure that we can be effective when trying to teach our children to behave is to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves too. It is important to surround ourselves with friends and family that encourage and support us. It is very helpful to have other adults to talk to about taking care of children. It is very hard work. Sometimes we just need a break. We need to remember that parents' needs are important too. We need to find healthy ways to help reduce stress. When we are rested and calm, taking care of children becomes easier. We are better able to avoid conflicts with our children and better prepared to respond if the children are being difficult.
I need milk now.
Hello? Yeah. I gotta go. She just spilled again. I know. I'll call you back.
These kids are stressing me out. I don't think I can do this anymore. Well, I need to remember parenting is hard work and I need to relax and not lose it. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at once. It is okay if I take a break for myself.
When we take good care of ourselves, taking care of children becomes easier. We are better prepared to avoid conflicts with our children and better prepared to respond when children are being difficult. Parenting and taking care of children isn't easy, but we hope that by using some of the strategies learned here today, it might be a more enjoyable experience for both you and your children.